Welcome to the MS&Me Radio Network, a division of the Multiple Sclerosis Global Support Network. The following program broadcast is an original creation by the broadcast entity. Discussion within the following broadcast should be used for informational purposes only and is not a substitute for professional medical advice or consultation. Before considering application of any broadcast content in the following program, please consult your healthcare provider. If you feel you are having a medical emergency, please contact your local health services for immediate assistance. MS&Me Media and the Multiple Sclerosis Global Support Network do not guarantee or warrant the accuracy of information in the broadcast to follow. The Multiple Sclerosis Global Support Network provisions broadcast services to program hosts. Information discussed in the broadcast does not necessarily reflect the views, opinions, or goals of the network and are solely those of the show broadcast host. Should you wish to host a broadcast, please visit our website at msmemedia.com and submit a request to become a program host. We thank you for listening to the MS&Me Radio Network. Enjoy the show.
Hi, this is Dawn Melanie. Thank you for joining me today for another episode of my series, Managing Self. Today's episode is titled Game Face. Some people put on their game face to go participate in activities like sports, to go out, maybe to get prepared for a business meeting. Well, today I'll tell you about my game face, pretty much for all of my activities in life, particularly how I put on my game face every day to prepare to best manage my multiple sclerosis. Okay, so last week I was finishing up at the hair salon with my hairdresser, and I stepped into another suite to say hello to another hairstylist. Her name is Cheryl, whom I had met a few weeks prior. She's a friend of my stylist. Well, when I walked to her suite, there were a total of 4 ladies present, Cheryl and 3 clients. And my mama, she always taught me to properly greet everyone upon meeting. Don't just say, hi, Cheryl. Say hi to everyone. So I did that. I greeted all the 4 ladies in the room with a hello, everyone. But I went further than, I guess, what my mom required me to do. I made my salutation my own, so to speak. As I spoke, I also had a very warm smile. And, I met the ladies with a smile, and they all smiled back. I felt the warmth in their smiles, each one of them. And actually, when I left, it was confirmed they were all very friendly individuals. Anyway, prior to even prepping for this episode, I didn't know that Christy Brinkley is quoted for encouraging others to do what I do every day: smile. She said, and I agree, share your smile with the world. It's a symbol of friendship and peace. So that's something that she's widely quoted as saying, and I didn't even know, but that's kind of how I live my life. Well, not kind of, but that is how I live my life day to day. I believe in sharing my smile with everyone, and it is, I believe it is a symbol of peace, and later friendships can evolve from that smile. So Cheryl had already known that I had an appointment on Friday with my stylist. When I entered the suite, I explained to her that I didn't have much time to visit, as I had to go pick up my parents. My husband and I had plans. Those plans included picking up my parents, going out of town in the morning, and going to watch and support my 25-year-old nephew in his first physique competition. The ladies asked, what's that? I said, basically, it's like a bodybuilding show with not so much emphasis on the quantity of muscle, but more so the quality of muscle and just a general overall healthy, aesthetically physique. Aesthetically built physique with a, I will go and say with a smile, with a great smile helps as well. Anyway, I was proud of him and excited, and the ladies are looking, and I said, oh, I'm so excited because I explained to them that just 2 years ago he was over 340 pounds and he had over 50% body fat, and instantly they all asked, almost in unison, how? So I told him. He called me up and he told me that basically he was tired of his present situation, the excess weight, not feeling feeling a little, I guess, lethargic, not that much energy, and just a not happy overall feeling. So I told him, I said, great, that's great. I mean, health is one of our biggest gift in life, I told him. But at that moment, I shared with him a quote that I remembered from high school by Voltaire, the philosopher Voltaire. He said, believe in yourself, and you're halfway there. With discipline, most anything is possible. So I was encouraging him to, hey, you've already made the choice to get healthy. You're halfway there. I've learned that's making the decision to make a lifestyle change or any change is often hard. So that was him at that point. I then went on. I showed them pictures. Pictures don't lie. Pictures tell 1,000 words per picture or something. But anyway, I showed them his pictures. His before pictures, before the decision. His progress pictures, his journey through this process, and the after, which is current. Well, his after pictures are his current pictures, which is kind of nice. And again, they were literally wowed, saying, that's amazing. Things like that. But what I remember clearest, or what stuck in my head most, was when Cheryl quickly burst out, but you should hear her story, referencing me, my story, my battling MS, etc. And as soon as she said it, one lady says, well, we can tell she works out. We can see the muscles through her shirt. So you may be thinking, how is this weight loss, healthy lifestyle change related to managing self, specifically managing my multiple sclerosis? Well, I think so because of a smile. I just want to say that I started to openly and freely talk with those ladies when I gave them a smile, and they all gave me one back. See, last Friday, I got it. Well, I kind of already knew it, but it was a pleasure, I guess, having it reiterated. The salon ladies unanimously classified my story as a testimony. They didn't say that's good. They all chimed in unison, that's God. And one encouraged me to keep shining. I agreed. God prepared me. He prepared me for this MS battle. He had given me a powerful smile, and I use it every day. Upon initial meeting, you may or may not see my muscles, but I will greet you with a smile. And yes, I plan to keep smiling, or, as Ms. Ward said, keep shining. So, when things are good, a favorable life event, most people tend to smile. When things are tough or challenging, it's not so easy. Sometimes it's impossible to smile. I recall as a kid, as a schoolgirl, when I got a good report card, I got a new toy or something tangible that made me smile. Good report card, got the new toy. As a young adult, I began to parallel workplace recognition with the same logic. It's been a while since I was in corporate America, but I still could appreciate the promotions, the salary increases, and the bonuses, cleverly termed ICP payouts, or incentive calculated payouts. Again, I felt really good when I got them. So it seemed real simple. When I got any of the aforementioned items, I smiled. I felt good. If I got good grades, I got a new toy, I smiled. I felt good. So it's real simple. If good stuff happens, then smile, and life is good, right? I got it. But prior to MS, I really hadn't dealt with the else, the bad stuff, the negative, not favorable situations, and that logical statement there: if then, if Y, or pardon me, if X then Y, else, something else, and those else items are what I want to talk about. The else, if I don't want to get my way or have favorable events happen, then I am subjected to experiencing an else. That else may be crying. I may decide to sulk, feel sorry for myself. I might even engage in detrimental activities that are definitely not good for my health or well-being. So basically, we are in charge of the else. Charles Swindoll, he said something that I can relate to. He believes that life is 10% of what happens to us and 90% how we react to it. Basically, we're in charge of a lot. We are in charge of our attitudes. So if then else. So if good stuff happens and smile and you'll feel good, right? Well, daily we all face these if then else decisions in our lives. Fall 1998, when my MS symptoms started, I thought my life was literally being turned upside down. And it certainly was. I could no longer go on my long bike rides because of heat intolerance. In 98, I didn't know it was MS at that point. So, I just continued to bike ride. But the point is, in 99, after diagnosis, I continued to go on those bike rides. And shortly thereafter, I remember learning about MS and heat intolerance. Many of you out there are probably quite familiar, and unfortunately personally familiar, with the effects of heat on people who have MS. I learned the hard way and how bad it was. I think it was later that year, 99, probably after I did, it was 99, probably spring riding. I went on one of my routine Sunday Century bike ride, 62.5 miles. And I finished. I got home and I showered and laid down. And I thought I was fine until the old MS shaky leg started. My leg was dancing, doing this thing, and I remember just looking at it and I was like, this is silly. So I started to laugh. And the reaction I was laughing, I guess simultaneously, I'm not sure which came first, chicken or the egg, the laugh or the smile, which came first, the laugh or smile, but I smiled, and I do know that almost immediately, I started to feel good, like really good. I was forewarned that MS would likely be a trigger. The other way around. I was kind of forewarned that heat in extreme temperatures or changes of temperatures, heat, cold, either way, could be a trigger to cause MS aggravations or flare-ups, even relapses. So I wasn't surprised. I knew about this, but I guess when it happened to me, you never think it's going to happen to you until it happens. You never understand a situation until it happens to you. Well, I didn't understand the situation until it happened to me. I was like, wow, like this. But everybody who told me about this prior was kind of sad about it. But I want to note that what I did was I smiled and I chose my attitude. I chose my attitude to push through it and be, I guess, happy. I put on my happy face, and it made me feel good. So, it's just an example of how I had to put on my happy face. Wow, so I put on my happy face, even though I realized that, I think it was that day pretty much, I realized that long Texas bike rides, or in the Texas heat, was kind of a thing of the past for me. So, I don't know if you've listened to any of my previous episodes, when I realized that I couldn't go on long bike rides in the Texas heat anymore because of the MS, I substituted that with competitive bodybuilding, let's say, similar to what my nephew the one I spoke of earlier, what he's doing now. I was thinking about it. I was like, what's funny is one thing. I don't compete in the bodybuilding with the big muscles. The division that I competed in is figure. It's sort of fitness, sort of like fitness. Figure where the girls are standing there and giving an example of themselves, showing a feminine, athletic, toned body. So we're standing there, women with these bathing suits, high heels, an athletically toned body, and all have like the perfect smile. I think that sets it off. I believe, and it's ironic. It's ironic because when I started this competing business, I had to. Even though I smile all the time at people, I smile when I greet people. I smile when I'm talking to people. I smile at everybody. But it was kind of weird for me to be almost forced to smile because that was a part of the package that they were looking for. So it's weird that because of MS, I had to stop doing what I really like doing, and that made me smile naturally. And that is the biking, daily long bike rides like that. And because of MS, I stopped that. But it's ironic that I ended up in having a hobby, growing this great love of this hobby, where I was taught to smile even more, and I had the opportunity to smile more and more, and it just became even more second nature to me. Back when I was a kid, I'm going to go back when I was a kid, I smiled when I got that toy, or when I was in corporate America, a business situation, I smiled when I got a raise. Well, on stage, the judges wanted to see you smile pretty much all the time. So I did practice my smile. I practiced my smile driving. I would literally drive and smile. I practiced my smile in the mirror. But, even though I was smiling, the first show, it didn't go my way. Or the first show was one of those instances where, if do this, then you'll get that. If something good happens, then you'll get something good. Well, my first show, I didn't get a trophy. But I learned that I had to keep my smile throughout the competition. I know it wasn't going my way. I wasn't prepared. But it's weird that, I don't know if weird or more ironic that even though my first competition didn't go my way, I didn't do well at all, I smiled throughout the show. And I felt good. I mean, I did something that I didn't think I would ever do. Here I am, not newly, but over 3.5 years diagnosed with multiple sclerosis, taking, the injections throughout the week. And here I am standing in a bikini in front of hundreds of people. Okay, that's weird. Anyway, my point, I smiled. I felt good. Later, I got better. I got better at preparation for the shows. I got better at knowing what was wanted, and I was able to deliver, and I smiled. Especially when I got the trophies. I like trophies. Or, as I call it, hardware. But the point is I basically smiled throughout this, even through the initial tough times. Each place or each showing in the competition didn't go my way 100%, but I never dropped my smile. And because of that smile, I always had that positive attitude to continue on and enjoy the sport. I think my smile or my sword was sharpening and getting even more powerful each day. You know, my smile. My smile was something I could feel. I could feel the endorphins. I could feel the endorphins being released, and I could feel the reciprocated smiles that I received. Give a smile, and receive 10 in return. I could feel it. Made me feel good. And no longer was that. I always liken a direct positive correlation with doing something. Kind of like, I don't know, kind of like a checklist. If I do this, I'll get this, and I'll smile, and everything will be good. Well, after MS, I guess the worth of my smile even changed. Why it happened and what was worth to me changed. No longer did I have that correlation, or I wasn't expecting it when I got to, when I started competing. I guess I was managing myself with competing, with bike riding, with competing, and I didn't even realize that I no longer associate my smile with attaining something tangible or physical, with anything more than feeling good, feeling positive about life. I didn't get a smile. I didn't get a trophy during my first competition show, but I felt good. I felt good that I went ahead and did the show, being a MSer, participating in a sport that was tough and challenging while working a full-time job. I was happy about that. I was happy with my accomplishment. I had a positive attitude, and I remember the else stuff. I didn't even let it enter into my head. Like, what would I do? I could quit. I could say I can't do this. I could say it's hard. Those thoughts. I didn't even let those thoughts enter my head. Again, that was my attitude. So earlier I thought. I remember saying, I got it, just do something or smile and everything will be good. That's all I guess I was going for, especially when I was younger. Do something to get something. Like I said, often tangible, often, do this for that, quid pro quo. But as I've matured, being a 20th year MSer, I've developed and I've learned the strong correlation of having a positive attitude and feeling good, whether or not you're experiencing any difficulties or challenges with your MS symptoms. One thing I was doing some reading, and it is definitely proven that there's a strong correlation of MS stress stuff. In other words, if you have MS and you introduce stress into your life, that stress, if you kind of, if you nurture the stress, if you don't run away from the stress and ignore the stress, but if you just want to, lay in the stress and entertain the stress. There we go. If you want to entertain the stress, there's going to be negative impact to our health and our well-being. There's going to be swelling or flare-ups. There's going to be potentially a relapse. So I try to stay away from stressful situations. I smile, literally smile and just walk away. So do I smile every day? I try to. I honestly believe that our smiling is a gift. It's a gift that we can utilize when we're going through tough situations. I believe it makes us feel good, and I guess scientifically, the endorphins released in our emotions that are boosted, when we feel better, is proven. But MS is unpredictable. similar to bodybuilding competitions. It's unpredictable. In the fact that we can't control that 10% of what happens. That we can't control how much other competitors train, other competitors diet and prepare for the show. But we can control a lot, and that's the 90% of which is our attitude of what happens in those competitions. How we react. We may not get the trophy every time, but if we stay positive, we're going to feel better. Our bodies will experience less stress. As it's been scientifically proven that those endorphins that are released when we smile actually counter stress. The same stress that is toxic to our bodies, especially to sufferers of MS. So today, I challenge you all the listeners out there today, to go on and put on your happy face. I mean, like really, go on, put that happy face on, wear your smile, boldly wear your smile every day. Make an effort to put on that happy face. I know it may not be second nature. It may not be, you may not be quote unquote feeling it. It may seem even impossible, but wear it, see how it makes you feel. Like I said, it makes you feel better. And scientifically, it's been proven to make you feel better. The endorphins release, etc. I encourage you all to let your smile shine. Let your smile be a very clear reflection of your attitude. And hopefully this attitude is a positive attitude. Again, positivity is the opposite of stress and things like that. If we're positive, we won't let stress negatively affect us and, I don't want to say, well, get under our skin, but affect our MS. So smile, be happy, or like I said, at least try. Try not to let the negative things get to you. And thank you for listening. And, my smile, my best accessory. I put it on every morning, and hopefully soon it'll be your best accessory. Keep shining, keep smiling. Have a great week. And I thank you for listening, and we'll talk soon. Thank you.